I'm sure I've heard that sequence of notes as a Nine Inch Nails track. It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Okay then, this is Pac-Mania on the Commodore 64. I've never played this before, I've only just loaded it for the first time here. Let's see if we can, well, play it really. 1 to start game. Okay, use joystick or keys to select your favourite world. I have no idea which is my favourite world, we'll just go for that. Well, that sounded nice. Oh, okay. That's actually really quite good. I wouldn't say it's controlling exceptionally well. And that's funny, they're turning black when I've eaten the power pill. But the sprite movement and the background scrolling is really impressive. Is the Commodore 64 renowned for doing that kind of thing? Oh god, I don't know, but that's really, it is impressing me. I mean, because I didn't have a Commodore 64 back in the, oh crap. Wait, can't you jump? I'm stupid, I played this before, yeah. And I remember now, I forgot you could do that when I played it before. I played it on the Amiga. Oh, wow, okay. Gonna eat you. Well, I'm playing this with an original 70s era Atari 2600 joystick. That is totally my go-to controller for 8-bit gaming, like on the 8-bit computers. If I need a joystick, which you really should, yeah, this is what I use. I love it. Come here, you strangely coloured ghost. Why are you not blue? I don't know. Let's have another one of them. Keep those ghosts edible. Oh, we don't want to tackle that one. Oh, that one. Can't be many. What? Okay, that's good. There's something a little bit. Wow, how many ghosts are there? 7 there. Wow. Oh, that's pretty cool as well. Yeah, there's something a little bit. It's not that it's unresponsive, I don't think. But it doesn't necessarily always go where I want it to, but I think that might be me. Or it might be my joystick, but I try not to blame my equipment. That could be misinterpreted. Oh god. Ass. But there is some clever stuff going on, I think, with the graphics, with the movement. I mean, the resolution itself is not huge in the size of the pixels that are making up the graphics, but then when you look at how smoothly everything scrolls, it's like it's moving in smaller chunks than the size of the actual pixels that make up the graphics, if you know what I mean. Or it seems that way to me anyway. The movement is impressing the hell out of me. Sweetie! And I wasn't calling you sweetie, I was just eating the sweetie on the screen because, well, why not? I possibly could have eaten him, but I like this. This is pleasing. Come on. Gonna eat you. It does have a certain level of difficulty in that you don't necessarily know where you've got to go to eat all, oh god, eat all of the pellets. Ooh. Come on in if you think you're hard enough. what is that there? I don't know, but I'm eating it. Probably drugs. I mean, God. The smiley face was the kind of logo of the rave scene back in the 80s, and he's almost a smiley. Yay! I didn't realise I was so nearly finished the level. Oh my God, they're moving a bit rapidly. I think I pissed them off. Come here then. And you. Yep. What's that mean? That piece of music. That's 9 Inch Nails. I'm sure I've heard that sequence of notes as a 9 Inch Nails track. Oh, you bugger. Not that, but the higher pitched notes. Well, they're going to be fancy. This. Yeah. If you're a 9 Inch Nails fan, you'll hear it. Oh, I thought of, oh God. Oh. Oh, this is just getting really crazy. Ooh. I'm on it. Okay, I ate it. Gonna eat you, and you. And I might eat you as well. Yeah, your lunch, mate. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, bollocks. Okay. So that is Pac-Mania on the Commodore 64. It's really quite good. It's that has impressed me. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not a fan of the Commodore 64. Having said that, it's growing on me playing these. Some of the technically impressive games pleased me. There's a lot of stuff on the Commodore where, I don't know, the low resolution and the colour palette just put me right off. But I've played a few games this evening on here that I've thoroughly enjoyed. Okay, that'll do for now. Thank you for watching.
Hello. Today's question for Q&A is from PsimanUK. Link to his channel down there. He says, being such a big fan of Atari's Star Wars, do you think your younger self would have been surprised how far gaming has come in nearly 40 years? Or would he have expected things to have progressed even further by 2020? Actually, that might make an okay Q&A question if you haven't answered something similar already. If I have answered something similar already, I've forgotten. So it was, if it happened, it was a long while ago. Can't remember. God. Would I back then have expected things to be where they are now? Honest answer, I don't know. I would have been, I'm still gobsmacked now, especially when I play VR games. But I mean, I've got a PS4 Pro, I haven't got a PS5 yet. I don't plan on getting one until they get a bit cheaper, and it would be nice if they got a bit smaller, to be honest. I don't even think we've got the space for one. Speaking of space, I'm in the bedroom. I just can't get 5 minutes with the living room to myself, so welcome to the bedroom. And look at that, Winnie the Pooh with Isambard. Who would have thought they'd be such good friends? Yeah. I remember back in my teens, and I want to sneeze. Excuse me. I remember back in my teens when what kind of games system had I got? I'd probably got my Acorn Electron at that time. I was living at Dean's Hangar in Buckinghamshire, and yeah, the Electron was the most advanced thing I had while I was living there. So I might have only had my Atari, but probably had my Electron. And I remember saying one day, because I was marvelling at how computer graphics were advancing and more looking at arcade games when thinking that than home hardware. And I remember saying I was with a friend, we were fishing actually, but that's neither here nor there. I remember saying one day computer graphics will be so advanced that you won't be able to tell them from a TV program. Never mind real life. It was like you've got your TV show and you'll have your graphics. And I had seen Elite and I'd seen Star Wars, obviously, arcade, so I knew that 3D was a thing. I wasn't aware at that time of texture mapping, but I thought, things will get more advanced. And it'll be like watching telly, but you'll be playing it, which is kind of how I felt the very first time I played Pong, because TV up until that time had been entirely passive. There was your TV show, you sat back and watched, and in no way could you influence what happened on the screen. So then here was Pong, and I was like, wow, this is, what wizardry, what witchcraft is this? This can't be possible, and it blew my mind. And gradually I began to realise this stuff progresses. It's not just like, here's Pong and that's all it's ever going to be, because then we had Space Invaders, and then we had Galaxian, and then we had Atari Star Wars. Gradually I began to realise it's not going to stop progressing. So I thought the best it was going to get was where you couldn't tell the difference between a TV program and a video game. And my experience of TV programs at that time was like, I think we had a colour telly by then, but for a long while it was just like a black and white portable. But standard definition, bit fuzzy. So I was probably envisaging something like the PS2. So when the PS2 did happen, I was like, wow, I remember when I said blah, and here it is. And didn't that happen quite quickly, actually, really? If you'd have stuck a PSVR on my head back then, my mind wouldn't have been blown, my head would have exploded. And I pity the person who would have had to clear up the mess. But yeah, it would have completely boggled my brains. I wasn't aware of VR at that time, or even the concept, I don't think. I don't know, I think maybe the concept did exist, didn't it? But was I aware of it? Not too sure. Don't think so. So PSVR would have blown my mind. PS4 Pro would have blown my mind. PS5, well, I'll be honest, I mean, I don't know to what degree I would notice the difference between a really good enhanced PS4 Pro game, where you got the PS4 version and then enhance it if you put it in the PS4 Pro. I don't know to what extent I would notice the difference between one of them and a PS5 game. Not sure, not having played a PS5 game. Would they blow my mind now if I played one? I've watched videos and they're impressive, but it's like, I kind of look and I think, well, apart from the really fast loading, the example I'm thinking of is Spider-Man Miles Morales, because I've got the PS4 Spider-Man and playing it on the Pro, it is absolutely gorgeous, stunning, and all the reflections and everything in the water when you've got damp ground and all of that is probably the prettiest game I've got for it. And I look at Miles Morales on PS5 and I think, honestly, can't tell much difference. Okay, you can see traffic and people further into the distance, and I guess the reflections are technically more advanced in that they're ray traced rather than, I don't know, baked in or whatever they like to call it. But when you're actually playing it and getting into the game, am I going to go wow even more? Don't know. Can't tell you. But no, I think me back in my teens would have been astounded. I don't think I would have imagined it getting as far as it has. But me now is like a little bit jaded, a little bit like, okay, yes, I can see the advances there. It's funny, it's that law of diminishing returns. You've got to throw massive amounts of processing power to get an enhancement that visually, technologically it's a big advance, but visually you might not even notice unless you're paying attention. So I mean, what am I waiting for? People talk about, oh, you'll have your brain implants, you'll just plug it directly into your brain. I don't buy that. Maybe, but not in my lifetime. Or if it is, I'll be very surprised and a geriatric and probably too old to appreciate it anyway, if my brain's even functioning at all. I'm still waiting for, and the technology is there already, I'm still waiting for the augmented reality to start taking over the world so that gaming and the real world start merging on practical levels and entertainment levels. You know, where you can... It's not going to be like you're seeing the real world with your actual eyes and then they overlay stuff on it like having glasses with lenses and then stuff projected onto them. I don't see it that way. I see it as you've got a compact VR headset with two cameras that see the world and they project the world onto the screens that your eyes are looking at. And then they can do all kinds of clever crap with that. And if they're like super duper retina displays, you won't be able to tell the difference. You won't know that you're not looking with your own eyes. Focusing, focal distance and all of that lot would be interesting, but I guess actually that wouldn't matter if it could probably focus at any distance and probably be easier on your eyes actually, and for people who've got cataracts and have to, their focus is fixed, it would be quite handy. Anyway, I'm train of thought going way off the rails really. Yeah, I see the technology going a certain way and I'm impatient now. I want it. Why haven't they done it? It's obvious. It's glaringly obvious. Hook all of that kind of VR into social media and God knows whatever else. I mean, the potential for law enforcement is quite frightening. Yeah, give me that. I want that. Kind of strayed a bit from the question, but yes, I think teenage me would have been impressed. Certainly, yeah, things have gone beyond. I don't know where I thought things would be now. I don't know how quickly I thought things would get to the kind of technology I was predicting. I don't know what kind of time frame I had in mind. I think it might have happened quicker than I thought it would, but I think maybe I didn't really appreciate what the technology was capable of, or how quickly it would advance. Don't know. Impressive stuff. Want more? Gimme. Okay. Anyone else who's got any questions they would like answering in a rather rambling and whatever video like this, leave your questions in the comments below and begin with for Q&A. And thank you for watching, and do check out the link to the playlists down there or up there or wherever the hell I've put it. There'll be one in the pinned comments, there'll be one in the description probably, and stuff. Watch more videos. Thank you.
It says here Benway offers his thanks to those who subscribe to his Patreon account thing. Is that what he needs?